What's going on, everybody? Is What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and subscribe button. And you already know it's the month of October, so we are back at it again within the month of madness. This year is going to be a little bit different, though. This year, I'm going to explain why it's different. But first, let me introduce my homeboy, Senior Del Boy from Movie Match, that is going to be accompanying me on this video today.
Hi everyone, I'm from Movie Mash. Go and check my channel out on YouTube. Go and check out Facebook as Movie Mash or The Third Reel. Now, I'm mostly on those three, but I'm actually on here just as much as he is, so you can check me out here too.
All right. So yeah, so make sure to check out The Third Reel. Make sure to check out Movie Match. I will link them in the damn description for you guys to check out at your own leisure. So, Month of Madness, usually what I do is I review a movie a day and then basically throughout the whole month of October. But honestly, I can't do it no more. My schedule does not allow it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you guys seven.
He's just being lazy.
That too. But I'm going to give you guys 7 horror recommendations for the first week of October. So from day 1 to day 7, I'm going to give you a movie to watch each day. And this every week is going to be themed. So this week's theme is October vibes. So have you ever watched a horror movie and you just feel like it just represents or personifies the idea of October? You ever had that experience while you're watching a movie?
Yeah, definitely.
What's one of the movies that comes to mind like when you think about that? Like what's a movie that you feel like just personifies October?
Well, definitely Trick or Treat.
Oh, Trick or Treat, huh? We'll come back to that later.
Yeah,
but yeah, so
Season of the Witch, Halloween. Season of the Witch always kind of felt definitely obviously Halloween itself, but I always kind of felt the spirit of Halloween with those two and Trick or Treat, even The Fog. But anyway,
all right, so we're gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna give you 7 recommendations. We're just gonna make some light commentary on them, and we'll go for that. So first, number 1, you just mentioned it, Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. I feel like out of all the Halloween movies, even though Halloween is basically called Halloween, I feel like this one is a movie that really personifies the idea of October and Halloween. It's just something about the mask and something about the kids going to go trick-or-treating and buying the stuff. It just really gives you
because there's a good feeling about it as well whilst all that shit's going on. You know what I mean? There's that kind of happy kind of Halloween fun time in it as well. You know,
with the song, you can't miss it. 3 more days on Halloween.
But no, but even with the kids running around, and it's just has that whole kind of exciting time of the year kind of thing going on, along with that sinister shit in the background.
So, exactly. So I feel like this movie does a really good job at personifying the idea of Halloween. If you guys never seen this movie, it is not a movie about Michael Myers. Michael Myers is not in this movie. And honestly, I'm not mad at it because this was originally the idea for that Carpenter had.
Yeah.
He wanted to do anthologies. He didn't want to keep doing movies about Michael Myers.
It would have been so good to see another different movie the year after in the same kind of tone,
Exactly. But I mean, I digress. So anyway, what this movie is about is there's an evil corporation that has intent to basically kill children on Halloween. It is up to Tom Atkins to stop this event from transpiring. So he becomes like a freaking last action hero, essentially. But anyway, this movie to me is the personification of October, and I know everybody wants to see Halloween 1, but I would highly recommend checking out Halloween 3. That's the number 1. Any other words before we move on to the next one?
You said Tom Atkins. You don't need any other word in this whole entire video.
Now you got to do the promo. Tom Atkins.
Atkins, ladies man, action man, with a mustache that makes Tom Selleck, and who was the other one? Tom Selleck and Burt Reynolds fall to their knees. Oh yeah, that was it.
I really wish he was like his table was empty, I would have freaking FaceTimed you and had you say that shit. That shit would have been hilarious. Anyway, so going on with pick number 2, we have The Guest with Dan Stevens, right? Now, a lot of people were thinking, what the hell, The Guest? That's not a freaking Halloween movie. I know it's not a Halloween movie. It's not like a horror movie, but it has Halloween vibes in it. Why? Because especially that damn third act. That third act transpires in a school. And what is the backdrop of that setting? A Halloween haunted house for the school. And that whole third act, to me, just feels very like Halloweeny and Octoberish. And then even in the scene where he goes into the diner and he's looking for the girl, the backdrop, the setting, the season, it feels very like, fallish. And I think that this is like a non-conventional pick for a movie to watch in October, but definitely I feel like this movie gives out October vibes. What do you think?
No.
No, it doesn't give out.
No. You're talking about The Guest.
The Guest, yes, Dan Stevens.
Yeah. No, I do get the vibes at the end a little bit, but throughout the rest of the movie, I don't get. And you could argue about it being in October. Yeah, you could make a point, which you have, but the whole film mostly felt like a summer movie. I know you're saying it felt like fall, but to me, it looked like kind of sunny and warm a lot of the time as well, and you don't get any other. There's a few parties, and in the parties he went to, there was no Halloween feel to them until the end. So
I mean, even when the girl's sitting on a swing and she's swinging with her boyfriend, dude, all the leaves are orange and falling off of trees. What are you talking about?
I didn't pay attention. I didn't notice. But again, like, look, as I said, you can make an argument for it, and you have. I'm not going to argue with you. I just didn't feel that as much as maybe so many other movies. But
yeah, no, I didn't want to go the atypical route. I hate going the atypical route.
That's you all over. I'm going to pick something that nobody. But fine. It's still, you can make the argument for it.
Exactly. So shut up. The Guest, Dan Stevens. Watch this movie. If you guys have not watched this damn movie, it's essentially
still
about a man. It's a great damn movie.
Yeah.
It's about a man who says that he served in the military with a family's brother, and because the family's still reeling from the loss of their son, they accept him in. But the man has a sneaky motive per se. He has secrets that are going to be revealed by the end of the movie. So honestly, I think that movie, especially the third act, screams Halloween vibes. It's a good movie, and I feel like it's something fun to watch in the month of October.
It is. It's really good, and the soundtrack's good too.
Oh, hell yeah. Speaking of soundtracks, here's another movie with a good soundtrack. Coming in at number 3, Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal. Both of them are in the same damn movie. And what do you think about the movie Donnie Darko, sir?
All right. So I saw it one time when it came out. I didn't love it, to be honest with you. Maybe because I didn't understand it. I know it's got a cult following. I know it's Jake Gyllenhaal's pretty much what made him what he is today, or started him off. I remember Patrick Swayze being some kind of pervert or something, which was very strange to see him doing that. But I remember it looked good, and it was just, I remember finding it kind of boring. But
I'm about to have to pick another. You about to get excommunicated from this video.
No. I was a lot younger, and I suppose maybe I was into like whatever was out around that time was Saw and that kind of thing. I was expecting that kind of, I don't know what I was expecting, but I found it kind of boring. So that was a long time ago, and it's probably due another watch as I'm older now, and I might understand it and appreciate it more. Remember an air crash or something, but look.
It's about time travel. It's about time travel. So basically, the movie is essentially about time travel, but it's kind of too hard to explain in like 5 seconds. So just watch the damn movie. The movie's about Jake Gyllenhaal, who's being, the society kind of views him as just like this rebellious kid that's just starting shit. And then also he seems like he just has like psychological social disorders. And he keeps seeing this freaking entity. It's this big ass bunny that he sees throughout the movie. But then also there's like these conversations about time travel and time and wormholes and stuff like that. So it's a really lot to break down. And I had the pleasure of meeting the guy that plays Frank the Bunny, and he has really good takes on the movie, and he kind of gave us a little bit
on Independence Day.
He was on Independence Day as well too. Yeah, so
I remember that over the story.
Damn, see, look, this you about to make me scrap this video, sir. Anyway, So anyway, yeah. So I met with him. He gave us a cool little backstory about the movie, and he gave us some cool little things to pay attention to, things that I didn't notice. My wife noticed because she loves Donnie Darko. That's one of her favorite movies. But I think that it gives off Halloween vibes all the way through. And on top of that, this shit got a banging ass soundtrack. You got to listen to the soundtrack of this movie. I will say that the director's cut soundtrack is not as good as the
What was
theatrical
it?
cut.
What was the song for it?
The Killing Moon is the opening song.
No, I remember there was this song being played a lot, and it was like
Under the Milky Way Tonight, and then they also had what's the other song in the beginning? Head Over Heels. Na, 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 na. Yeah, no.
no.
Oh, they had Mad World.
That's the one. That was the one because it was a cover. I remember that. That was played everywhere.
Yeah.
All around me,
he sounds like mad. Well, he does sound Mad World, I guess. Anyway, Donnie Darko, check that out on your third day. I would recommend watching that. Gives off super Halloween vibes, in my opinion. Now, I know you'll actually agree with this one. Summer of '84.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, right? So if you guys have not seen this movie, what the hell are you waiting for, huh? Shout outs to the girl from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Summer of '84 is a movie about a young group of boys that are investigating the man next door because they think that he's up to something mischievous. And we find out by the end of the movie if he is actually, in fact, doing said things. But this movie feels like Disturbia meets It, and it meets Stranger Things. It just has that, like, it's like a Goonies feel. Like you have these band of kids coming together, just going on an adventure, trying to figure something out. I thought it was really well done, and for it to be one of those movies that kind of goes under the radar,
hugely under the radar,
right? It's such a good fucking movie.
Unbelievable under the radar. Like nobody has heard of this movie. Nobody,
buddy. But this movie also has a dope ass soundtrack, by the way. But then also, this shit has the third act in this movie gives me goosebumps every single time. That freaking speech that he gives that kid at the end of the movie was psychotic and maniacal. And I'm kind of mad that the movie ended. Like, it's that good that you get mad that the movie ends. But it definitely, to me, even though it's called Summer of '84, it feels like something that you could just watch in the month of October. It just has that aura, that vibe. What do you think?
I think you could watch this film any time of the year, it'd be good. But I do think if you saved it for October, yeah, it's definitely got that Halloween vibe. Yeah, it's just, the kids, it's definitely got the vibe of it. I would recommend that for Halloween or any time of the year. But yeah, I will go with you there.
Yeah, definitely. See, I got you for one. Well, two, I guess. All right, next one. Trick or Treat. This is the embodiment of Halloween. Sam is supposed to be the spirit of Halloween. He's the embodiment of it. And honestly, this is one of the best anthology series that I've seen in a while. Usually you wait for like Tales from the Crypt, you have Tales from the Dark Side and things like that. But I think that Trick or Treat is one of the most interesting anthologies that we have centered around Halloween. What do you think?
I feel like it would, the direction that Halloween 3 would have followed, if you get what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like that's the direction we would have went in. But yeah, I think when I saw this, it like Summer of '84, I was like, how has nobody heard about this? How have I not heard about this? I can't remember how I just ended up watching, but I was like, this film was so good. It was so entertaining in every way. It was funny. It was terrifying. That little, is it Sam or whatever?
Sam.
Yeah. It was just an all-round great film. And I will say, if all the film, this is definitely 100% October Halloween vibe.
Definitely, because it's filmed on the day of Halloween. Like all this stuff is happening on Halloween day.
Yeah.
So hopefully they come out with the part 2. If you guys have never watched Trick or Treat, it's an anthology series, so it's kind of hard for me to explain what the movie's about. It's like 3 different stories that you follow that are happening on the same day, but all of them seem to have the same thing in common. Sam Sack, aka Sackhead, is running around and he seems to be in the middle of all of it. But if you haven't watched it, I would definitely recommend watching it. Next one, this is a movie that I used to love watching when I was a kid with Michael J. Fox, Frighteners.
All right, yeah, that was fun. A lot of fun, that film.
That was a fun ass movie, and honestly, it kind of compared to the other movies that I named on this list, I feel like that movie is a little bit more lighthearted. It doesn't
Yeah, it
feel
is.
like as like
It has it. Yeah, it has some dark moments.
it does. It definitely has some
Yeah.
scary ass dark moments, but it's more lighthearted.
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie. I feel like this movie doesn't get enough recognition. Like it doesn't get.
I agree with you. I agree with you. First of all, it's Peter Jackson and Michael J. Fox. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know
those two
fucking
actors.
Peter Jackson did that shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's Peter Jackson directed it. I
Oh,
don't know if he
shit,
wrote it and directed it. And also you've got is it Jeffrey Toombs? Oh, I keep getting his name wrong. Reanimator.
Oh
Jeffrey
yeah.
Combs. Is
Combs.
it Jeffrey Combs?
Is it Jeffrey Combs?
Something like that. But he's on it, and I actually like him. In general, he brings a lot to the to a film. He was the crazy investigator or
He's always
something.
playing somebody crazy.
But as I say, like, yeah, no, this is, and you know the military guy who was on Full Metal Jacket and all that in the graveyard. And
Oh
all
yeah,
that,
yeah.
You know, so this has a lot going for it. And the girl from E.T. and Howling and Cujo, Scream
Dee
Queen.
Wallace.
Yeah, that's the one. And you got Boosie, the Boosie's son, is it? You know the blonde guy, kid. What's his name? You know Boosie. Anyway, you know people know out there know who I'm talking about. But as I say, Steve Buscemi. Have you seen you've seen Silver Bullet?
Nah.
All right. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you've got all these elements, as you say, lighthearted. But when it comes to that house and what happened in that house, and the way the daughter was going around shooting everyone, you know, it was like, okay, that's kind of dark, you know. So yeah, again, this is definitely one you could watch on Halloween around
Hell yeah,
October.
dude,
Anyway,
I love that damn movie, and then it's a Michael J. Fox movie. It's hard.
And
It's
Peter
hard
Jackson
not to love
movie.
It. And Peter Jackson,
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Right, it's hard not to love it. And then the final movie that I would recommend watching on your Halloween October spooky vibes would be The Craft, right? And this is for like the ones out there that don't want to look at you. Look at he's falling head over heels for this movie. Look at that. This is for the people out there that might not want something like that super horror-ish. You might want a little drama or whatever. This one, we could even say this one might be for the ladies. The Craft to me is I love this damn movie. The Craft is an amazing fucking movie. I think it's a fun movie. It explores teen drama, but at the same time, they're all witches. Like and it's cool to see the dynamic of how teen drama turns into like this just deadly third act to per se. If you guys have never seen The Craft is basically a movie about these four girls that come together that practice witchcraft, and in their pursuit of power, one of them becomes crazy, and then that's all I want to say. But you have Fairuza Balk, you have damn, what's her name? Robin Tunney, right? Robin Tunney. You have freaking Neve Campbell, and then you have damn, what's the girl name? The girl that played Mary Jane and freaking Half Baked. Rochelle. Yeah, Rochelle, but what's her real name? I forgot her real name, and we met her. She's nice as shit, by the way. But anyway, if you haven't watched The Craft, I would recommend watching it. It's a fun movie about witches and stuff like that. Anything you want to add to that, mister? I just passed out because
all right, so I know it's light as a feather, stiff as a board. Yeah. I never wanted to watch it because it was to me it looked like Clueless. And
with witches.
It just looked stupid to me. Now, I know it has a massive following and people love this movie. I actually didn't realize that Neve Campbell was in it. I know the girl from
Skeet Aldridge is in it.
I didn't realize. I all I remember
that was his first movie, right? Yeah. That was his first movie.
I mean, I might give it a shot actually later on because if it's that good. But
Don't
as I
watch
say,
Craft Legacy. If you're gonna watch one, watch that one. That one's actually pretty damn good.
yeah. I didn't even know there was one called Legacy. But all I know is that you got the girl from Return to Oz. Is it? Isn't it?
Yeah, she's in Return to
Yeah.
Oz. She's in the
actually
Water
quite,
Boy.
she's actually a good little actress in general. But
No, she's really good, dude. Watch her in this movie. She plays the psychotic role perfectly.
no,
Like,
I'll give it a try. If you recommend it, I will. It's just to me, back when I was younger, it looked like Clueless, but girls wanting to be witches, and I was like,
yeah, I can see that. I honestly watched it because of my sister, but I don't regret it. It was a great damn movie. It's fun. You watched it. Tiffany said she watched it by accident when she was 5. Oh, there's a scene in the movie that she said traumatized her. I don't want to tell it because he's never seen it. But anyway, I think the movie gives off October vibes, and honestly, it's more to me. I feel like it's more catered towards the audience that might not want like that gory horror, and you just want something kind of, and it has a little drama as to it. And the movie has a really great great casting. You have Skeet Aldridge, you got Lee Campbell, you got Fairuza Balk. You got a lot of people in the movie that you should just check out, just watch it. But anyway, that are my 7 recommendations.
No. I just got one. I got one honorable mention that nobody ever talks about, and I do think it's a great Halloween type movie or October movie, and it's Monster Squad.
You know what's funny, when we talked about the Frighteners, I almost mentioned Monster Squad because I was like, it's a
nobody ever talks
movie.
about it. I don't think it did well anyway when it came out, but it feels like the Goonies, Summer of '84, a bit lighthearted, but the special effects and the prosthetics and all that were actually bang on this movie, and the kids were great. It was just a fun movie, nothing too deep, nothing too dark. But when it comes to Halloween, I do think that's something that people forget. And if you haven't seen it, the Monster Squad, it's really good. Yeah, I think it was Frankenstein or the Merman or something. I can't remember. But yeah, as I say, it's just one thing that no one ever brings up, and I thought I'd mention it for guys who've not seen it. Watch it.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but honestly, I remember enjoying it when I watched it.
Yeah.
It kind of just, there's some movies that just feel like you could watch with the family. I feel like that's definitely one of them, and then also like and also Gremlins. Gremlins is another little family horror movie that you can watch.
It's kind of
a Christmas movie.
Christmas. Yeah.
I know. But anyway, so those are my 7 recommendations. Thank you so much, Doughboy, for joining me. It was cool to have your opinion. You know, it was cool just not to have me saying like this movie's great, that movie's great, this movie's great. I appreciate the pushback.
Don't watch The Craft or Donnie Darko.
They're gonna get you. You're gonna be sleeping in the bushes.
Oh shit.
All right, y'all. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to head to Del Boy's channel, his 2 channels, Movie Match and also The Third Reel. Throw some things in the comment. Tell us what movies that you guys feel have those October vibes. If it's something that we missed or if it's something that you just like to watch in the month of October, go ahead and let us know in the comment section down below. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to the month of madness.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop.